What's up, you guys, and welcome back to Soul by Gigi 101. So today is Tuesday, and of course it means it's time for another recap, review, whatever, of the series Pretty Little Liars. I am reporting to you live in my car on the run to work. So let's talk about what happened on this week's episode, or I should say last week's episode of Pretty Little Liars. So, a lot of things went on. Let's just do a very, very quick, rough overview. So, they found the car that the girls had left at the airport station. But there's a twist. They found the car, but Rawlings apparently rented a car once he got off the station. Meaning that somebody knew what the girls did, and they're keeping this thing going and alive and possibly getting the girls into a whole lot of trouble. Okay? That is the core of this episode. They also found out that just like how Rawlings has a burner phone, he had a burner apartment. So it was Arya and I believe Hannah who decided that, it was a good idea for them to go and investigate this. Now, of course, the cops too found out about this burner apartment, and thank God for them, it was Toby that was sent to go to that apartment. And Toby knew that they were in there because I guess the manager that they bribed of that building told him. And Toby knocks on the door and they get freaked out because they don't know who could be knocking on the door. And Toby is like, okay, it's me, and I know that you're in there. So they open the little thing and they see that it's Toby and they open the door. Now, here's what really pissed me off about that particular scene. They did not use gloves or anything. They were touching everything with their freaking hands. I'm so sorry that my camera is shaking. But yeah, so they did not use gloves or anything. They just freaking went in there rogue and touched everything up. And, Toby's like, did you touch anything? And they actually found a passport and they found a whole bunch of pictures of, oh God, what's his name? Walden in the Murphy bed up against the wall that the bed was pushed against, and a mannequin head that was holding a mask. So Toby's like, great, my boss is going to come in here and he wants, everything to be done. So you need to put back what you found. And I don't remember if he told them to wipe stuff down, but he should have. If he didn't, but he might have. I don't remember. So actually, he just gave them 5 minutes to leave. He didn't even have them clean up after themselves. An issue that these girls have because, everyone's always trying. Well, not everybody, but their boyfriends is always trying to protect them. But, that ain't never been none of my business. So that's an issue. Oh, and we find out that Toby's new boss is the guy that Spencer went rogue and slept with. Yep. When she was drunk the night that they were supposed to implement the plan and she got too drunk to help, the guy that she didn't sleep with him, but she just made out with him vigorously in the in the elevator, he's actually his boss. So how we find this out is because Caleb and Spencer are still whatever, and Spencer went to go find Caleb, but Caleb was gone, right? Because, this is a repeating thing with Caleb, because he did it with Hannah too, but this is a repeating thing with these little girls. They don't know what they want. So Spencer actually went to Toby to figure out if he knew where Caleb was. And Toby she asked if Caleb was staying with him. And Toby kind of she goes, okay, so he's not staying with you, but you know where he is. And Toby's like, listen, he just needs some time. He needs some time to himself, to think, to process, which is, I guess, fair, but I not know. So this all happened at the police station because, there's absolutely no professionalism whatsoever on this show. So this all happens in the police station. While this is happening, in walks his new boss, and that's how they find out. He was about to say something, but Spencer took, control of the conversation to make it seem like, I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, nice to meet you. First time we're meeting you, So that happened. Ezra proposed to Arya, and the show ended without her giving a response. Jenna knocks on the door of Allison De Laurentiis, and Allison pretty much says to Jenna, you know, why are you here? You have no business being here. And she said, next time you speak to Elliot, you tell him I said to go to hell. And freaking Jenna Marshall stops and she's like, maybe he's already there, implying that she knows what they did. Also, we see the return of two characters. We see the return of Sarah Harvey, and she's teaming up with Jenna Marshall. And we see the return of Noel Kahn, who apparently is also teaming up with Jenna Marshall. So, I mean, there's just a lot of speculation of what could be going on. That was the whole entire show in a nutshell. I think that's the quickest review I've ever done. Recap whatever of the show that I've done. I talked about all the key points. Oh, you're probably wondering, what about Mary Drake? Mary Drake got Allison out of the hospital under under the provision that she had to stay in the house with Allison. So Allison agreed to it because Allison wants to, you know, get information out of Mary Drake or whatever. And Mary's working on Allison just getting her independence back without her. And come to find out, oh, this is really big too. Come to find out that Elliot actually emptied out all of Allison's money, all of her shares, because they're husband and wife. And apparently no one thought that it was a good idea to sign a prenup because they were just so madly in love. And Elliot emptied out all of her accounts. So Allison is dead broke. Took all of her shares at the Karasimi group. Everything. Dead frickin' broke. At this point, I'm just watching the show. Even this episode, I wasn't really too much paying attention. I was mostly on my social media. But to me, it's just repetitive. It's the same exact thing. Big shocker. Ezra asked Arya to marry him. Who's shocked by that? The question is she going to say yes or no? That's what we're going to find out tonight. I don't really know. You're probably wondering if I have any ideas or speculations on who I think this AD is, which AD they now are assuming stands for Archibald Dunhill, which is this Shakespearean book that they found in the, burner apartment. That's what this apartment is being referenced to. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know how someone faked being a doctor for so many years. I mean, even that black kid from Florida who was 16 who faked being a doctor, being a gyno, he only was able to get away with that for like 6 months before he was caught. This guy has been faking it for how long? I mean, what? And the crazy part about it is that this guy is under an assumed identity. No one does background checks anymore. I don't know. I'm just watching the show at this point. I'm not really into it like I have been in all the prior seasons. I'm just watching it for the sake of, I started it, I want to finish it, you know? So did you guys see the episode? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. You know I love to hear from you. And if you really enjoyed what you saw, definitely please click that subscribe button. Become part of the Gigi Meistermer pod and go swimming with us on all of our adventures. Loves and like share. Bye!